Recently, there's been a lot of talk about the new blocks being added into the Minecraft 1.21 snapshots. One of these is basically a redstone lamp that turns on with one pulse and turns off with a second, but the thing I'm interested in today is the crafter, or more accurately, the auto crafter. You see, much like a crafting table, you can place items in its inventory to craft items, but you as the player can't take this item out. Instead, you have to give it a redstone signal and it automatically crafts the item. Now, if you get a little bit fancier with it, you can use hoppers to insert the items and make your own little assembly line just like this. What? Why doesn't that work? And make your own little assembly line just like this. And for more complex shaped recipes, you can disable slots in the inventory to create things like tools. Now this is called the auto crafter, so I'm gonna try and set up something to where I press a button and it gives me the item. Oh, does this work? Oh no. It actually made the pickaxe. Okay. It works. I didn't expect I would actually be able to do that fast. Now this block is really cool, right? I love what they've done with it. I can't wait to see what people do with it. It's just great. I want it in my house. I want it with a mouse. I want it in my base so I can look at it with my face. Now this is definitely more interesting than some of the things added in previous updates. But even where it is right now, I feel like it has a little bit of a problem. You see, it's not incredibly hard to make something like a diamond pickaxe, but this is a pretty simple recipe. I mean, all I really have to do is let 3 diamonds go to the top and then fill it up with sticks. To make something more complicated, you'd need a lot more redstone, some more timings, a lot of different stuff, and I wanted to try out just how hard it would be, so I decided to make an enchantment table, and here's how that went. I'm gonna need to have a book go in, then a diamond, then an obsidian, then another diamond, then 3 obsidian. Ooh, how do you even set that up? Dropper, book, please. Oh, that makes it so much easier. I thought this was gonna be so hard. Spoiler alert, it was still hard. Okay, I think this is the worst possible way I could have done it, but it's maybe gonna work. What does this do? Nope, does that fix it? That might fix it. Come on. Duh. Okay, did I unbroke it? No, you... Why? No, that's worse. No, that's not how it's supposed to work. That... It worked that time? And how is it crafting? I didn't even set up the circuit that crafts it. Nah. And we're back to that. Okay. It's just in circles. I get one recipe, then I get another recipe, then I go to a third, and then I get the first one again. I placed the comparator the wrong way. That's why I was only getting 1 pulse out of the system, because it... Oh, where is it? No. No, it did it. Yay. Okay, I'm not compacting this at all. That took way too long. Why? Yay! I'm sure somebody who knows redstone better than I do could have made that faster, but I went the hardest way possible about that, but I eventually figured it out. Now, I'm not the best at redstone, but I still know my way around pretty well, and this took me a long time to figure out. Granted, I was tired when I made this, but who's paying attention to that? But anyway, my main point is that this thing is hard to use. If you're a new player or somebody who doesn't use redstone a lot, this is going to be almost impossible to use effectively. At least anything past getting diamonds and then automatically crafting them into diamond blocks or something. Now there is also the argument that something like the command block is too hard for new players to use. Which, I mean, that's fair. Please somebody tell me how this works. Yeah, no, you lost me. This is actually really cool though. It's true that command blocks are harder for new players to use, but it's also not readily available in the game. The crafter has a crafting recipe while you have to get the command block with a command. Am I complaining because it took me half an hour to build a machine that makes an enchantment table? Yes. But at the same time, I do think Mojang should at least look into it. Many mods out there that have implemented automatic crafting usually have some sort of item pattern or a filter or some way to get all of the items into the inventory in a certain pattern. We already have the ability to disable slots within the inventory, which, to be fair, makes most recipes possible. But I feel like it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to make a way for the items to always go in the same slots every time, whether it's with a pattern or a filter. With a change like that, you could turn this entire giant machine into a tiny little system that just takes a couple hoppers, piece of wool, stone button, put in all the items, and you have yourself a fully working system. Although, regardless of the changes, I do know people are going to make some crazy stuff with this. Especially the guys on the Psycraft server. Those guys are nuts. They've already figured out how to farm everything else in the game, so I can't wait to see a video where they just have an on-demand item crafting system. Just click a button and you get a stack of items automatically or something. So that's my opinion on the crafter. Again, I love this thing. I think it's really cool. I just think an item filter would make it a little bit better. What do you guys think? You should comment and agree with me because my opinion is the only opinion, right? But as for videos, I'm going to try and make them more often, so definitely subscribe and ring the bell so you can be notified for those. Other than that, thanks for watching.